Coming up this hour on DC News Now at noon, big news for the millions of Americans facing student loan debt. Could a portion of it be completely wiped away? Our team coverage this afternoon on what you need to know. And later on, another homeless encampment in DC uprooted. Those who called it home tell us they just don't know what's next for them. We'll get to all that and more this hour. It is 12 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us for the news at noon. I am Joseph Omo. It is a busy Wednesday afternoon, but before we get to all of the breaking news that we're following, let's get Damon Matson in on the conversation with us. Damon, it was an absolutely beautiful day out there. We're not used to good weather for the past couple of weeks here, but we will take the sunny weather.
That's right, Joe. Nothing but good news from the weather department here today, as this sunshine is likely to continue, and it's going to be a beautiful rest of this Wednesday. But the question is it here to stay for the rest of the week? And could that humidity be back on the rise? We'll let you know in just a bit.
All right, Damon, starting us off there in the Weather Center. Damon, thank you. We are talking your money at the top of this hour. It is a long-awaited decision that will help millions of Americans, and we are following every breaking detail of it. President Biden delivering on one of his main campaign promises when it comes to the millions of people in this country who face student loan debt. So here is what we know right now. Take a look. Debt will be forgiven up to $20,000 if you went to college on Pell Grants, $10,000 if you didn't receive Pell Grants. Forgiveness only applies to those earning less than $125,000 a year or up to $250,000 for combined households. Now, the pause on paying student loans will continue one final time through December 31st. Of this year. We've been used to not having to pay those loans for quite a while now. That extension, again, continuing until the end of the year. And if you have undergraduate loans, you can cap your monthly payment at 5% of your income. We're going to have a full report breaking down all of those numbers. It's a lot to take in coming up tonight on DC News Now at 5. In the meantime, let's take a look at how student loan debt is impacting people right here in the DMV. Educationdata.org breaks down the numbers by each state. According to the website, $6.5 billion of the total student debt in America comes from people living right here in Washington, D.C. West Virginia is sitting at about $7 billion. Maryland skyrockets to $35.9 billion, and Virginia is at $42.4 billion. Again, a big update there, and we'll have some more information later on tonight. All right, developing right now, D.C. police, they are investigating a shooting that happened in Northwest near the intersection of 3rd and Florida Avenue. According to police there were 2 victims, a man and a woman. That man did not survive. We're told he's a 25-year-old from Virginia. The woman was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. And Prince George's County fire officials say 2 people are in the hospital after a crash sent a car down a 40-foot ravine in the Adelphi area early this morning. It happened at the intersection of New Hampshire Avenue and Piney Branch Road, which is right near the Anacostia River and the Northwest Branch Trail. Well, the tent city in D.C.'s Mount Vernon Triangle neighborhood is no more. The National Park Service cleared out the area just hours ago, and our Lex Juarez was on the scene and brings us an exclusive look as it all happened.
It's become normal to see groups of people in the parks at 9th and K Streets. It was a group working with the National Park Service, clearing out the encampment, sending people on their way.
I don't know. I feel like it ain't fair because there's a lot of good people out here who need it and deserve it.
The Department of Human Services was on site with organizations that offer homeless resources, but as far as housing arrangements, they tell me they hope people head to city shelters.
I don't know. If that was the case, people would already be in shelters. I mean, sometimes they not clean. People steal your stuff.
Anthony tells me this isn't the first time he's been forced out of a park, and he isn't alone in that. But the National Park Service says they only come in and clear encampments when there's a serious risk to public safety.
At these 2 sites, we have seen a number of issues in recent weeks.
In the last 60 days, there have been over 25 arrests, 2 guns, and more than $12,000 worth of drugs seized from the sites.
There is clearly a threat not only to the residents of these encampments, but to local business and local residents.
Even though the parks will be cleared of tents, the areas will be fenced off for at least a few months as the parks are restored. In Washington, Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
An important topic you're bringing to light, Lex. Thank you. So when students in D.C. public schools return to class in less than a week, it's this Monday, the first day of school, they will likely have some new classmates. The district says it will enroll migrant students, but it's tough to get a clear answer on just how many children. D.C. News Now's Marielle Carbone explains what the process of getting these kids enrolled could look like.
As more and more busloads of migrants arrive in the district, the ages of those getting off the buses are getting younger.
We are seeing an increasing number of children arriving. The youngest that we received on Sunday was 29 days old.
And many of them are school-aged kids.
All the way up to 16, 17.
Tatiana Laborde is the managing director of SAMU First Response, which is helping migrants seeking asylum here in the district. She says the need for resources and stability for migrant children is high.
Especially the children that come from Venezuela that have been traveling for 2 months with their families. So their level of trauma is extremely high. And at this point, when they land in D.C., they really don't understand where they are.
To help, D.C. Public Schools says it is enrolling migrant kids into the school system. In a statement, it says, "We are proud to welcome students to DCPS. We have a process in place to support families who have arrived here under these types of circumstances, and we'll be providing direct enrollment and other DCPS supports." The district did not respond to specific questions from D.C. News Now or provide any details on the process.
Because school's about to start.
Laborde says the immediate need is enrollment, but an important second step is ensuring the system is set up to actually help the kids get adjusted to a strange new environment.
Have the counseling necessary because of the traumas. We also have to think that their behavior might be challenging for teachers that don't understand where they're coming from.
That was Marielle Carbone reporting. Marielle, thank you. Another question for D.C. Public Schools. How many kids are they expecting to take? Well, SAMU estimates that 20% of migrants arriving in D.C. are actually going to stay in D.C., but the agency does not know how many of those migrants are kids.
Символом сміливості, символом усіх.
Our national flag has become a global symbol of courage, a symbol of all who value a free life. Where there is blue and yellow, there is no and there will be no tyranny. Where there is blue and yellow, there are no and there will not be savages.
Well, happening now, Ukrainians remaining patriotic, celebrating their country's Independence Day. Fears of ramped up Russian attacks are not stopping Ukrainians from raising their blue and yellow flag. Today marks 6 months since Russia invaded the neighboring nation, with no end in sight half a year later. This morning, the New York Times reporting more than 5,500 people in Ukraine have been killed. 6.5 million Ukrainians have left their country in the last 180 days. Meantime, President Volodymyr Zelensky marking a grim milestone by holding on to hope. He's pledging to take back Crimea and restore freedom for all Ukrainians.